Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. This is for the week of June 5th through the 11th, and I'm using the Scribble Co. Pride Parade kit. I do have another Pride kit in my collection, but this one with the non-pastel colors, it won. The fact that it's like more vibrant, bold colors, that's what made me want to use this this kit. And then I am using Planet Hannah Rainbows 2 underlays. I thought about doing the solid, but I decided to do the Rainbows 2, and I got them in rainbow foil. I don't know if I foiled that myself. I might have. I don't remember if I foiled that myself or if I got the foil from her, but either way, it's in like a sparkly rainbow. And then I am using a couple of overlays from Scribble Co. because I just bought them with this kit, and we are using that for the washi, and there's a couple of full box overlays for that. And then I am pulling in, like, all the foil that I pulled in is all rainbow foil that is from Scribble Co. I think I did pull in maybe like one or two of solid colors that are all different for the overlays. So there might be like one box that has all red, there's one box that has all purple, which was purely just because I didn't want to use a whole entire bundle for this kit, which I know sounds wild, but I didn't want to. I also tried to make it where it was red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, because that is the color of the rainbow colors. However, on Monday I did not do that, so it's a little out of order just for Monday, but the rest of the week is fine. But I try to keep that as much as possible. I thought about color blocking for this week, and I decided not to, purely just because I wanted to make it as pretty as possible, and I felt like color blocking obviously is pretty, but I wanted just all colors. I wanted as much color as possible. I wanted it to be as pretty as possible. I wanted to use as many of the boxes, and I think I did a pretty good job at trying to make sure that it was as pretty as possible. Also, if anyone is curious, I am not technically a part of the community. I am not anything a part of the LGBTQIA plus community. I am just a very big ally and supporter, and I do enjoy doing at least one Pride spread a month, or not a month, oh my god, in the month of June, because obviously it's Pride month, and also I just like rainbow colors. They make me happy, so I do try to do at least one of these every June every year. So that is why I did it. No other reason behind it, just in case if anyone's curious. Even though I am majorly single, I am very much not a part of that community, unfortunately. But respect to everyone who is, because we love all of them. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out if anything major happened this week. Not really. We had a rough day on Thursday. But nothing too crazy happened. It was honestly a very calm week. I feel like that's kind of been happening with all of my weeks, so apologies in advance, because I feel like I'm not doing a lot of things for most of these weeks, and that's partially why these Plan With Me's go out so late. It's just because I'm like, is this even interesting? Is it? And sometimes I don't even have enough to like write down for an entire day, so that's why sometimes like random things are like, here's my submit trade, here's me washing a costume. Like it's random, but also it's because I don't have anything else to fill up the day, because I got nothing happening in my life. I live a very, very boring life, unfortunately, and this week was another boring boring week, other than the Thursday, because we had a lot of mental breakdowns on the Thursday. It's fine. I started The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo on this week. Oh my god, that book is so good. Oh my gosh, I had my sister read it, and she literally was like, I didn't find it as like good as you thought it was gonna be. I didn't like it. I was like, excuse me? Also, that's very fitting that I started that book on this week. Very, very fitting. For those of you who read it, you would understand. But yeah, I started that book on this week. I loved that book. It is such a good book, and I've read so many more books since then that I feel like that was such a long time ago. I mean, it was June, so it was a decent amount of time ago, but I read so many of books in between that time frame. But I was obsessed with The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Like, I read it so quickly. I don't know when I ended it. Oh, I finished it on the Tuesday after this, so I read it in 2 days. This is gonna be the start of you guys seeing me just reading a shit ton. Like, it's a lot. You're gonna see a lot of like reading coming up. But Yes. I don't know when I finished Mockingjay because I started it last week. I'm not entirely sure when I finish it. I think I finished it on the spread after this. Also, okay, planners are wild because I literally went from like crazy rainbow week to dark colors for Father's Day because I used the appreciated kit after this, and it's like really dark, deep colors, and then you have this spread that's like all rainbow and pretty, and this is why I make what makes planning so enjoyable is just because every week could be completely different, and it makes me so happy. But anyway, we'll move in to the day by day. Let's hope Filming Lindsay has her crap together because in the last spread she did not. So we'll see if she does this time. Honestly, spoiler alert, probably not. She probably doesn't. But for Monday, first thing I marked was morning coffee. I did have a freebie that I had for myself that I made in rainbow. So I did try to use those scripts if I was able to. So like instead of marking the Starbucks, I marked morning coffee and it was in a rainbow foil from my shop. So I also used as much of the pride or like rainbow confetti icons from Scribble Prince Co. So you'll see a lot more icons than normal also in this spread. And that's purely because I bought them specifically for this spread because they were going to match their rainbow. I had to use them. So I used the like magical coffee cup from the icons, we'll say icons, and then the morning coffee is from that freebie. And then a lot of the foil that I use, kind of similar to the overlays, I used whatever script that was a foil color that I could use. So I did mark a grocery run and I used a Wonton a Million sticker, and the grocery run script is from Scribble Prince Co. And then I did bake cookies on this day, and I used a Once More with Love munchkin and a bake cookies script that I made for myself in font 6 for my shop. And as you guys are seeing this, my shop is still closed unfortunately, but we are still prepping for our 3rd year anniversary sale that will be coming November 5th, I think is when it's going to start. Our anniversary is November 6th. So November 5th is probably going to be when it's going to start. But yes, my shop is closed at the moment, if anyone was curious. After that, on the second half of Monday, I did wash dishes. So I used a Wonton a Million sticker, and the wash dishes script is from my shop. And then I did cut stickers as well. And I used a silhouette machine that is from the icons from Scribble Prince Co. And then just a custom that I made for myself. And I marked going to Walgreens. No idea why I had to go to Walgreens, but I went to Walgreens and I used another icon from Scribble Prince Co. to mark that. Moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday was my payday as always. So I did use like a red glittery script for that one. And then the icon I used is from the Scribble Prince Co. icons. And this I think is where I realized, okay, now we're going to do this in order. So starting from Tuesday, the colors are in order of the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. After that, I marked that I was anxious. I used a Fox and Cactus pastel haired girl. I kind of realized after I pulled her that she doesn't match very well, but I used her anyway. And I just used her to mark that I was feeling anxious. The anxious script is from Kinsey's Creations, whose shop unfortunately is no longer open. I was feeling anxious about a situation that was going to be happening at work, which ended up being better than I hoped it was going to be. I also ended up... That situation is what I marked in the box underneath it, and I'm not going to tell you what it was, but I used Snow White to mark it because she matched, and I use anything that is Disney related to mark work stuff. So we used Snow White, and then I don't think I filled out the one underneath it either. It's filled out now, but I think I just put the Yes Wonton a Million sticker there and left it. Yeah. So sorry in advance for those of you who are curious what those say, but unfortunately we're not going to get into it. And then after that I did package orders when I got home. So I used a little label maker from the icons, and then I think I planned out spreads. Anytime I mark planning time, it's usually me planning out spreads. So I used a planner from the icons and a planning time script that is from Scribble Prince Co. obviously. Moving on to Wednesday, Filming Lindsay. Why are you always out of frame? Always out of frame. It's always the Wednesday and the Sunday. Cool. Good job, Filming Lindsay. Again, you have one job. So Wednesday I paid my bills, used an icon, and then the pay bill script is in font 6 from my shop. And then I washed my costume, which that wash costume script is a custom from Carly Plans. And then I used an icon, and then I used another icon to mark calling my dad. I feel like at this point I just need call dad stickers because I call him quite frequently. But I need to get a script for that at this point. On the second half of Wednesday, I marked that we got Miguel's Jr. for dinner, which I don't know if that's just a California thing. It might be. But I used a Wonton a Million sticker to mark that. And then I just marked that I had a movie night. I was very much in the like lovey, romancy, cheesy romance comedy movie mood. So I marked actually like specifically Failure to Launch later in the week, but I watched a lot of just like random cheesy movies like He's Just Not That Into You, 27 Dresses, Bride Wars, movies like that. But for the movie night, I used it looks like a rainbow script. I think I used that from the rainbow scripts, and then a Netflix computer icon. Moving on to Thursday. Thursday, I marked that I was tired AF because we were. So I used Thursday was my rough day. But I used a paper Shire little bunny that's like laying down. And then the tired AF script is from Letters to Apollo, I believe. I think it's been a long time. I've had those stickers for a while. I think it's from Letters to Apollo. And then I marked Stressed AF with a munchkin that's like on fire from What's Worth Love, because that was how I felt apparently on this day. Just fire and Stressed AF. And that Stressed AF script surprisingly was on the freebie that I had like made and foiled for myself. And then I marked that I had a mental breakdown, because we love work, we love mental breakdowns, it's fine. And I used a cracked munchkin and a mental breakdown script because we love it for us. It's great. It's great. We love it. After work, I did have to get gas, so I used an icon from the like rainbow icons, and the you know, there's always at least one time that I mess up in these voiceovers. Always once. Just always got to be one time. I got gas, and I used a get gas script that is from Kinsey's Creations, whose shop is no longer open. And then I did mark doing laundry, and I used a paper milk Maru and a laundry script from Scribble Co. And then I marked getting Popeyes, which is rare for us, but we did get Popeyes on this day. It's only rare because we don't have a Popeyes anywhere near us. I think if there was one closer to us, we would probably get it more often, but there's not one anywhere near us. So for the Popeyes, I used I think this is from Scribble Co., but it's like a little Popeyes takeout bag. Moving on to Friday. Friday, I actually got to carpool, which is a rarity nowadays, honestly. It's honestly kind of surprising if me and Elizea can actually manage to carpool. But we carpooled on this day, and I used a Wonton a Million sticker and a carpool script that is in font 5 from my shop that I made for myself. Filming, Lindsay, what you doing? Ma'am. There we go. And then I did marketing Starbucks, because our toxic trait as friends, the two of us, is that we will get Starbucks anytime we're with each other. Literally anytime. We will always be like, coffee, and we'll get Starbucks. It's kind of a toxic trait, but also love it for us. It's great. It's kind of a good thing that it doesn't happen. Like, we don't carpool as often as we used to, because we were spending a lot of money. But usually what happens is that whoever's not driving buys the Starbucks, and then vice versa. So, yes. Anyway, I digress. Starbucks run. The coffee cup is from the icons that I've been using. And then I marked that I was annoyed AF, which was probably because of a new schedule or something that happened on this day at work. It was probably work related. And I used a munchkin just like flipping everything off to mark that. And the annoyed AF script is from Carly Plans, I believe. And then when I got home on this day, I marked that I watched Failure to Launch, which I do really enjoy that movie. I feel like a lot of people never talked about it, but I do enjoy that movie. And I used a TV icon for that one. I marked submitting a trade. Again, nothing happened for me to have to mark submitting a trade. I'm telling you, I need more things to mark. I need a busier life. But I used a red icon to mark that from Scribble Co. And then I marked getting Cold Stone because we got some ice cream for dinner. And I used dinner. We didn't get it for dinner. We got it after dinner. But I used a paper and milk Maru with like a popsicle to mark that. And that was my Friday. Guys, I live a very sad and boring life. But you know, it's a calm life for the most part. After that, actually, it gets a little wild once we hit August. We got a lot happening these last couple of months. I think it's just because it was the beginning of summer and not a lot was happening at that time. But anyway, moving on to Saturday, as Filming Lindsay's taking her sweet time to fill out stuff. Saturday was a cleaning day. Was I off Saturday? Why? Did I just... This was, I know I was off Saturday. I was planning on just asking for 4 days off. I ended up only getting 3 days off, but I think this was when I asked for like a weekend off just because I needed a break. If it wasn't evident on the Thursday. But I ended up having to give up one of my days off to trade because of like a scheduling thing. So I was off on this day, like how I took the days off and I ended up spending it cleaning. But I marked cleaning my bedroom, and I used a vacuum and a clean bedroom script that is from Carly Plans. And then I did mark picking up some recyclables. We had a bunch of them that were like on our side yard that we needed to be thrown away. And unfortunately, the sun disintegrated the trash bags that they were in, so they all kind of like exploded everywhere. So we had to pick them up. So we did that on this day. And then I marked editing and used a munchkin to mark that. And the edit script is from Scribble Co. And then I did a voiceover and used another munchkin, and that voiceover script is in font 1 from my shop. I marked folding the clothes from the laundry that I did on Thursday and used a Scribble Co. icon, and the fold the damn clothes script is from Plana Hannah. And then I marked getting Old Spaghetti Factory, which is exciting, and I used a Wonton a Million sticker to mark that. Moving on to Sunday. Sunday I slept in. I am kind of upset by the way that I put this down. I should have switched it. I don't know why I put down the icon on the flag when I should have put the script on the flag. I messed it up, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And I used a munchkin to mark sleeping in, and then the script is from Scribble Co. And then I built Legos all day. If you guys have seen my vlogs, there is a Hedwig Lego set that is behind me on my bed in my vlogs. You can kind of see them. It was me building that. I literally built it in a day and a half. It was like 4,000 pieces or something like that, and it's so cool. And that was literally all I did this entire day. I did that and watched YouTube. So for building the Legos, I used a munchkin, and then for the YouTube binge, I used a YouTube laptop from the icons, and then a YouTube binge script that is from Kinsey's Creations. And that was literally what I did like my entire day. That's all I did. And then I did go to Target after. I'm sure I had to get something. Don't really remember. But I used a Target bag from the icons, and the Target run script is from Scribble Co. And then finally, last but not least, on the last part of this day, when I was done building Legos, actually I think I wasn't completely done. I think I finished. Did I finish it on... Well, maybe I did finish it on this day. I started The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I used a whimsical cat. I don't know if they're actually still open. I have no idea if they are, but I have had these book stickers for a while, but I used that to mark that. I started it, and then I used a custom script that I made for myself because I made them for all of the times that I started and finished reading the books. So that is everything for this spread. I'll let Filming Lindsay put down the last sticker. We will zoom out and show you everything. I'm obsessed with the colors of this. I love the way it turned out. I love just how colorful it is and how vibrant it is and how different it's going to be from the week after this. Like I love rainbow spreads. They make me so happy. They're probably some of my favorite spreads, and I am so excited for this spread. Like, ooh, look at it. Look at how pretty she is. She is gorgeous. She is beauty. She is grace. But yes, that is everything. I will flip through what's left in the kit. I obviously have mostly little things left over. I used a lot of the boxes. I used a lot of labels this week, but still got some left over that I can use in the future. Sorry to that one full box with the guy on it. He didn't get used, but that's okay. Here is a wiggle for you guys so you can see all of the foil and all the goodness. For the most part, you can mostly only see the hollow foil, but like, oh, look at her. Look at her. Look how pretty. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this plan with me, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And please leave me a comment down below. And I will see you guys in another video very, very soon. Bye, guys.